I've been struggling for the past few weeks deciding what I wanted my first video to be about. And this kind of came to me because of an experience that I had about a month ago. And I just decided that it needed to be talked about. So today we're going to talk about how, as a mom, I'm going to be talking about mom because that's my personal season of life right now, but really this can pertain to anybody. And it's okay to not always be okay. About a month and a half ago, I had to take Miss Aurora to my mother-in-law's. I had a meeting, and it was a very hard parting. She has some separation anxiety, and she basically screamed as I was leaving, and I had to leave anyway because, like I said, I had a meeting. Well, I came home, had my meeting, and I was just very frustrated and needed to vent a little bit. So I have been doing, I call them mommy diaries. They're for my own personal use, and I just kind of record things that I think are funny or milestones for her, just so I have them to look back. Well, I recorded one this day, and I decided to share it, and it was just about how hard it was to leave her when she was upset. And we were having some sleeping issues at the time, so we were all just super tired here. And I posted it, didn't think anything of it. I kind of laughed about it because as I rewatched it, you could just tell I was so tired. And the response that I got was a little bit surprising to me. There were a lot of people in my life and family that were just, all of a sudden, they were very concerned. Asking if I was adjusting to motherhood well, or if I needed some help, and just they were reaching out, which I am very grateful for. I love that I have people in my life that will reach out, but the reason that they were reaching out was a little surprising to me because I just didn't think anything of it when I posted that video. I love being a mother. I mean, it's the greatest thing I've ever done. And so it just kind of shocked me that having a bad day made people think that I was not adjusting well. And I just think that that needs to be talked about a little bit more. It's okay to have bad days, and it doesn't mean that you don't love your child. It doesn't mean you don't like being a mom. But it's hard. I mean, it's just very hard. I don't think it matters if it's your first kid or your second kid. I mean, or if you're not having kids, if it's something else, if it's a new job or a new house or a new relationship, a new hobby. I mean, things in life are hard. And I think we've conditioned ourselves to only post the positives in your life. And that's just so unrealistic. So I think that it's just so shocking when you see something where somebody's, not necessarily having the best day of their life. And so I just kind of want to bring some light to that situation and talk about what doesn't typically get talked about. Motherhood is hard. Life is hard. And it's okay to not always be okay. You don't always have to be all put together and hold yourself together and only show the world the good side. You don't have to do that. That just adds so much stress, and it's just not good for you. It's not really good for anybody. And I mean, especially in motherhood. I'm sorry I'm talking about motherhood so much, but that's just the season of life I'm in, so it's where we're going with this. Being a new mom is very difficult. I mean, it's the hardest thing I've ever done because you can't quit. You can't just decide to do something else, or I mean, it's just once you're a mom, you're a mom. I mean, or a dad, or whatever the situation may be, but you can't just decide, oh, I don't want to be a mom today. It just doesn't work like that. And so it is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done, if not the hardest thing that I have ever done, because it's never ending. It's just always there. And I think that she was about 8 weeks old, and it was Friday after my husband and I had just gotten off work. It was the very first week that I went back to work. And for some reason, right around then, I think it was God looking down on me, because I had to go back to work, and that was a difficult change. But she just was absolutely great that week. She slept super easily. We got some time in the evenings when she would fall asleep, and John and I could just hang out together, and it was just great. And it was Friday night, and I looked at my husband and I said, I'm so excited and so happy. Do you know why? And he said, no, why? And I said, today is the first week that I have not cried one time. She was 8 weeks old, you guys. 8 weeks. And I was not crying because I didn't love her or that I wasn't happy to have her and to be a mom, but it's just hard and it's just overwhelming. And that's okay. It's fine to be overwhelmed, and it's fine to do that. It doesn't always mean that something is wrong, or it doesn't mean you're failing as a mother or a parent. It is what it is. I mean, you can't be happy all the time, and I don't think that you need to keep that to yourself either. And I'm not talking about, being super upset. I mean, postpartum depression is a whole other beast that I thankfully did not have to deal with. And I'm very blessed that I did not have to deal with that. And that is not what I'm talking about. Obviously, if you feel like you have postpartum depression or any concerns like that, please go talk to your doctor. What I am talking about is just having a rough day. And that's fine. And you don't have to pretend like your day was not rough. It doesn't mean that you don't love your child. Doesn't mean you don't like being a mother. And I think that we just need to have a little understanding that you don't have to be perfect all the time. You don't have to always be on your A game. Your baby still loves you. You still love your baby. You are not failing as a parent. And, you can just take the good days, take the bad days, and just enjoy them. And enjoy them with your friends and family. And if you need help, ask for help. If you have a bad day, don't pretend like you're having a good day. Just have a bad day. It's fine. It happens. And so you're doing great, Mama. You're doing great.